from CBS Local 2.
Good evening and welcome to Eye of the Desert. I'm your host, Patrick Evans. Happy Monday to you. It's nice to get a work week so we can catch a breather before we come up on all the great activities for next week. Well, it's bartending like you've never seen before. The upbeat, jaw-dropping, tossing of bottles and tins is a sure way to pack any bar or club. Now, one local bar is hosting a competition to find the best Flair bartenders. They brought in 611 bartenders each week. 611 bartenders, and the top four from weeks 1, 2, it will compete tomorrow night at the Village Pub in downtown Palm Springs. We sent out Eye of the Desert's photojournalist Joshua Jenkins to take a look at all the fancy bartending that was taking place.
Well, Flair's a natural. It's a sport right now that a lot of us are doing, and it's not just the tossing of the bottles. It's an entertainment for the guests. It's getting them to, watch us, and we get to show them what we can do. Of course, we do flip the bottles around, but it's also throwing out napkins, it's telling jokes. It's the whole gamut of this. And today, things like bottle work gives us a chance to show people who usually don't go to Flair bars what we can do and put on a good show for these folks that come out to watch us today. You're going to see a lot of multi-objects, so 2 and 3 tins, which they make the martinis in, and then a bottle. And all those things will be flying around. The object is hopefully be as smooth as you can. You got around the world, walk the dogs, you got the cradles. But a lot of moves nowadays are made up on your own and on the fly, so you get to name it yourself. So nowadays there's such a big demand out there, and there's guys that are just coming out of everywhere across the world right now that are doing so good that you can't even keep up with the names. So you just kind of go, you name it what it is, over the shoulder to a stall, around the head to a catch. So that's how it's going to get, because it's getting so much now. These guys, see what these guys are doing there.
I came from a background of being a dancer and an artist, and with Flair bartending, it seemed like the next natural expression of creativity for yourself. I mean, there's so many outlets out there where you can follow a path that somebody's set and laid down already without breeding a lot of originality. Flair seems like it breeds a lot of originality. It's a stamp of originality.
It's a labor of love. We all do this because we enjoy it. We really don't get paid much more, and we have to practice on our days off, and we get cuts and bruises, and we're always hurt in some way.
It's bottle movements in extravagant fashion, but I mean, it's more than that. It's a way of, bringing people into your world behind the bar. You can sit there at a bar for hours and drink a drink, or you can sit there at a bar for hours, drink a drink, and be entertained.
That looks like a lot of work for a drink. Again, the event is tomorrow night at the Village Pub in downtown Palm Springs, so head on out there and watch folks channel Tom Cruise from the movie Cocktail, or perhaps it goes all the way back to Sam Malone on Cheers. Hard to tell. Well, if you were